Hi, so I just want to do a quick video on salary negotiation. With a lot of people moving into or wanting to move into permanent position, I think it's quite important that you understand how to negotiate or what the main points are to consider when negotiating. So first thing is set a boundary for your negotiation, for your salary expectations. So you don't want to be wasting your time having a conversation with someone who just isn't going to pay you what you think you're worth. So just walk away and stop wasting your time. Research and know your worth. So look at this circle salary data, look at the chemist and druggist salary data. There's a lot of salary data out there. Speak to your fellow pharmacists. Find out what are you worth on the market. As a manager, how much money do you bring into the business? Really you need to really understand how the pharmacy business works and how they're paid and where the income sources are. Then from there, you know how much money you can bring into the business. Establish a bottom line. So as I said, you don't want to waste time negotiating with someone who's not even going to pay you anywhere near what you're actually worth. So just move on. Consider total compensation. Now that's not just a salary. You're looking at the holiday package, pensions. You're looking at the KPI related pay. Are you going to be paid for doing any additional private services? Are you going to be paid for doing any additional advanced services? I know employers are looking at paying the managers for doing pharmacy first. So the more you do, the more you get paid. But how much is it going to be worth? I've seen some stupid rates like 15%. But I have seen others offering somewhere between 40 to 50%. Plus paying for their time to do the training. So look at all these packages when you're applying for these positions. Communicate clearly and professionally, and I think that's a given. When you're in a professional environment, you need to be able to communicate your thoughts properly with both your employer, people higher up, and also your team members. How do you set the standard, or how do you set the business model or plan going forward of how you will manage this branch? All these need to be done properly and in a professional way. Highlight your value. Now, if you're really great at managing a big team, or you're really great at managing a very busy branch, highlight these things. If you set up private services, if you've got the training to do additional services that the pharmacy doesn't currently do, highlight these things so the employer knows why they're paying you or what you can bring to the business. And I think a lot of employers do appreciate someone who can build on their business. It's not just that they're hiring someone who can carry on checking prescriptions and keep the place running. It's about how do you keep improving the business, how do you build on that business that they've already built. So have those ideas in place and be able to communicate that professionally. Be prepared to justify your requests. So if you want 80 to 100,000 pounds for a branch that does 5,000-6,000 items, it might seem high to some people, but if you can justify it to say, well, I can bring in X, Y, and Z service, which in the next 12 months will bring in way more than what you're investing in my salary. So you have to understand employees are an investment, assuming they do the hiring process properly. So you have to be able to justify sometimes why is it that you want the higher salary. Express a willingness to negotiate. So it's not just you going in hard, right? That's it. That's my salary. That's what I want, and I'm not accepting anything else. Doesn't always work like that in real life. You set your boundaries, but you also want to the most that you can get for your skill set, and the employer will want to try and reduce as much as they can until you're both happy with a rate that will be good enough to start. And then after that, you look at, in 6 months, 12 months, if I hit this target, what do I get? If I hit that target, what do I get? You want to be able to grow with the business, but at the same time, you want to ensure that the employer knows when you're in charge of that business, you'll treat it as your own, and you will help make that business grow as well. And know when to walk away. So this goes back to the first point: have that limit, have those boundaries, and walk away if it doesn't go. If the salary is too low, just be ready to walk away and don't think twice. Because if you have a value to a business and the employer can see that value, then it'll be in their interest to make sure they keep you or hire you for this job. So always have your boundaries and always be ready to walk away and find something better. So that's it for today. If you've got any questions, feel free to give me a shout. I'll keep working on looking at more videos on salary negotiations and market data. Keep leaving reviews on Circle, and if you've got any feedback, let me know, and join the Pharmacist Co-op. We need your help. We need the largest network possible to make sure we're as effective as possible in doing what we do. And the bigger the professional membership that we have, the stronger our voice. So, see you next time.